Portland jury clears black man of assault because white man he stabbed had said the N word. This is the most 2025 headline. This is the headline that ends 2025. It's the most 2025 headline, right? And also, Portland jury, we knew exactly where that was going to go immediately. Portland is a shithole. It's a third world country. I'm going to start opening Oxfam offices and stuff like that there. For just £2 a month, you can sponsor this fucking fenthead. And everyone, right, that's all Portland is. Portland's just drug addicts. That's it. What does Portland even do? What do they do? What do they contribute to the world? They don't do anything. You know, like, New York at least has, like, banking and finances and multimedia empires. Texas and all the other Midwestern states have farming and contribute to the world. California, for all of its fucking flaws, at least has Silicon Valley, bringing everybody into the information age. Florida has fucking fishing, guns, and alligators, and also Florida men. Florida, in that regard, provides entertainment, at the very least. What does Portland do? Like, they make fun of flyover states. The flyover states contribute to the fucking world. What does Portland do? What's it for? But anyway, a black man was acquitted of stabbing a white man in Oregon, so that means he just completely fucking got away with it, after he claimed the attack was self-defense because the victim called him a racial slur. So he felt the need to violently defend himself with a knife against words. I love it. I love it how they're so gangster and thug and tough, and then he said a word, and then I just got really upset. Like, fucking, yeah, they're massive pussies. But anyway, Gary Edwards, 43, was charged with second-degree assault for stabbing a man in Portland near a light rail stop on July the 8th, KPTV reported. Now, here's the funny thing is, he says, I had to stab him in self-defense because he called me the N-word. It turns out the guy called him the N-word after the stabbing. It was after it that he said it. However, he was found not guilty of the crime on October 31st after the jury learned the victim was using racial slurs in the aftermath of the altercation. So, it wasn't self-defense from the words hadn't happened yet. He stabbed the guy. He actually stabbed the guy before the N-word was even said. And now, unpopular opinion, if you are stabbed by a black man, you've earned the right to say it. You've earned the right to shout it at the top of your lungs because that guy is trying to kill you. He is stabbing you. He stabbed you. He tried to kill you. I think at that point, you're allowed to say it. So this is the thing that's hilarious, right, is this guy basically got no justice whatsoever, and he's probably scarred for life with stab wounds and stuff like that. And it's basically because the black guy got away with it because he said something mean after I tried to kill him. And then the white guy gets no justice whatsoever because he said something very, very rude. And I imagine when you're in a situation where you're about to die, the adrenaline's going a little bit. You've just been stabbed. I've been stabbed and I've been stabbed once and I've been slashed twice, right? Like, fucking, my adrenaline was going a little bit. I went a little bit mental. I lashed out in violence and took it a little bit too far because see when you're in a I'm about to die here situation, you go too far. You have to disable the threat, but it's fine. Nobody snitched because, after all, they tried to kill me. But anyway, right, and also, like, if you've been stabbed in that manner, you've earned the right to say it. That's what I'm trying to say. But the fact is, this Portland jury went, we don't care that this guy tried to kill you. You said something mean after he tried to kill you. What's Portland for? What is Portland fucking for? Edwards, who's homeless and has a previous assault conviction, admitted to knifing the victim, Gregory Howard Jr., but claimed it was in self-defense because the other man called him the N-word, according to Oregon Live. However, he hadn't called him the N-word yet, he only called him it after he stabbed him. Security cameras with no audio captured Edwards with a fixed-blade knife in hand, approaching Howard as he sat on a bench. Howard immediately jumped up and pushed Edwards, then the two scuffled until Edwards stabbed Howard in the shoulder. Edwards' defense attorney, Daniel Small, reportedly told the jury that his client was approaching Howard to see if he would trade his knife for cigarettes. And the jury believed that. You know, maybe getting rid of jury trials is fine, especially if it's in Portland, where it's like, oh man, my home get invaded. I'm a white family, my home get invaded, and my wife and kids get murdered right in front of me. but I live in Portland, and the perpetrators were black. So, so what's the point in even going to court? They're just going to let them. Did you yell at them when they entered into the house? Can't believe you would do that. No, they're not guilty. Fucking hell. Trade his knife for cigarettes, though. Holy shit. Like, I know defense lawyers have to come up with some absolute shite to try and get their client off the hook, but fucking not even Better Call Saul would try and fucking attempt that shit. Saul Goodman wouldn't even try and touch that one. What other than racism could explain why Mr. Howard perceived hatred, animosity, and aggression from a complete stranger? Small said. Maybe the fact you were walking towards him with a fucking knife. Maybe that. If you've got a homeless guy walking towards you with a knife, you don't sit there and go, I'm about to have a wonderful exchange. We're about to have a great conversation. Right? Oh, I wonder what battle of wits we're about to have here. Maybe he wants to discuss philosophy. Perhaps that. Maybe he's going to ask me about the weather or for directions or something like, holy shit. Moments later, body camera footage from security officers captured Howard shouting a racist slur at Edwards after he had been stabbed. It is unclear if there is any evidence to suggest that Howard used the slur before he was stabbed. Prosecutor Catherine Williams told the jury it did not matter what the victim said after he was stabbed. The defendant is not scared for his life. He didn't retreat. He sauntered up and he sauntered away after stabbing someone. The defendant created the situation, Williams said, which is true. Despite the prosecutor's pleas, the jury found Edwards not guilty. Edwards' lawyer insisted the case should have never gone to trial. You stabbed someone. You walked up to someone and just stabbed them. I'm amazed this went to trial. Like, holy fucking shit. The thing is, like, over here, if the guy had said, like, tweets or something like that, like, the prosecutor would be all over that. The jury would be like, guilty, 100 years, and all that stuff. I swear to God, man, you can't trust the courts anymore. Edwards, who is homeless, spent about 3 months in custody before the trial after prosecutors argued he was a threat to the public due to his lengthy criminal record, according to the outlet. Okay, so he has a very, very long history of doing this. And then he, like, did it again. He did it again. He just walked up and stabbed the guy in the street. And it was in the shoulder, so he might have been aiming for his neck. The shoulder's right here, your jugular. Yeah, everyone goes, what side's the jugular on? You've got two. Right, however, the one on your dominant side's a lot bigger. Right, but basically, like... yeah, that could have been the jugular. That was attempted murder, essentially. Right? And then he's got a long history of doing it, and they went, yeah, but he said a mean thing, and then just let him go. He was convicted of attempted second-degree assault in 2021 and was sentenced to 3 years in prison for another stabbing in 2020. Records show, so he's got a history of just going up and fucking stabbing people. Edwards was accused of fourth-degree assault for fighting with a shop clerk, but the case was dismissed because he could not secure a public defender. Daily Mail contacted the prosecutor's office, Portland Police, and Edwards' attorney for comment. What an absolute fucking farce. This is, again, I realise it's a terrible, awful thing, yeah. Basically, Portland's a fucking joke. Its justice system's a joke. It's a meme of a fucking place. I'm now putting it up there with Belgium. Right, I think America should secede from Portland, right? Just get rid of the place. Get rid of the place. Oregon, the entire fucking place, gone. Just Oregon, just get rid of it. Get rid of Oregon. It's not doing you any good. I guarantee you it's skewing the crime statistics, right? Just cut them round, push them out into the Pacific, and then all the fent folders can just act like sails and just carry them around the fucking Pacific, right? That's what you need to do. Get rid of Oregon. Get rid of Portland. It's done, right? Just the place doesn't have a point anymore.